Thank you, everyone, and welcome back to CallTalk Video Caramels. Today, we're going to be talking about the future of hiring, innovative approaches for recruiting and retaining top agents. I'll be interviewing Ravin Shah. Ravin is the founder and CEO of Hellohire, a software platform that helps contact centers hire agents. And Ravin himself is a technical entrepreneur, a serial entrepreneur on a mission to expedite and humanize the hiring process. Welcome to the show, Ravin.
Thanks, Bruce.
Okay, so one of the things we're hearing pretty consistently from managers is that recruitment and retention are really a top challenge that they face, and it's a priority for them as they go forward. What's going on? What's changed? Can you give us sort of frame the issue for us a bit?
For sure. So Bruce, the biggest change is the shrinking labor pool. And I hate to say it, but it isn't new and it's not going away. This labor shortage wasn't caused by the pandemic. It's been a growing problem for over a decade. Every year, the percent of people voluntarily leaving the workforce has been steadily increasing. And when the pandemic started in 2020, people held on to their jobs. And so, there was so much uncertainty, they held on to their jobs. But in 2021, things started opening up and the trend continued. And so it felt like, really it was caused by the pandemic, but the pandemic just made it really like it made you feel it. But this labor shortage is just one of the reasons why we're seeing fewer qualified candidates coming through the pipeline.
Okay. And so really we're talking about a major challenge for contact center managers in terms of the process, hiring and getting those good people. So what is it that you propose that they do?
So we need to make the entire process friendly and fast. Hiring today is like sales when it used to be like customer service. And so we need to reduce all of the friction and do everything in our power to give candidates what they want as quickly as possible, right? We can't expect candidates to fill out long application forms, engage with a chat bot, complete psychometric tests, record themselves on video. These are all techniques built to screen people out. But what it's doing now is it's pushing the best candidates away. And I'm not saying these are bad techniques. You just can't ask a candidate to jump through hoops before you've at least had a conversation with them.
Okay, so Ravin, I'm taking note of your comment that hiring today is like sales. And as we know, reducing friction in sales is extremely important to success. And I'd like that to sink in for our audience for a second, because these are particularly important concepts that in that period before the hook is in. You can do all the screening needed, but scheduling a conversation early so you can get their engagement in the process is, you're saying, very, very important. It also fits in with the changing attention spans issue, doesn't it, Ravin?
Yeah, 100%, Bruce. Attention spans are low and people today are used to short form video, really text messages, really quick communication. And in the software world, we have a saying that, called PDR, people don't read. And so we need to keep job descriptions short and to the point. We need to be upbeat and sell the opportunity. We need to share our unique culture and differentiators. But most importantly, we need to be consistent with our messaging and remember that what we're trying to do here is catch the interest of as many people as possible.
Wow. Okay. PDR, people don't read. I mean, isn't that the truth? Short text, short videos have greater impact these days, to be sure. And using these to get the hook in for people seeking an engaging culture that fits with their values is important. Okay, Ravin, tell us some more.
So the biggest opportunity for us is to really change the way we hire. It's to get rid of resumes and screening the way we've known it and really invite every applicant every interested applicant to an interview right away. It's a recruiting process called open interview hiring, and it works like magic. With open interview hiring, you immediately know who wants the job. And these days, knowing who's interested, who's really interested in the job, is already half the battle. And when you're in a virtual interview, you can really get to know someone in a short amount of time without anyone having to travel or go through any real friction.
Mhm.
And so at the end of the day, candidates are in the process to be interviewed, right? Applying is the first step, and really the milestone that they're looking for is an interview. And so why not offer that to anyone that's interested, and really have a quick conversation with a lot of people in a short amount of time.
Okay. Okay, so this is this it takes some courage, some change of heart in terms of doing things perhaps the way people have been doing them, because there's some in the audience who are probably saying, but Ravin, I want to take care of the initial screening before I take the time to interview people who may not be qualified. What do you say to them, Ravin?
Well, I would say that that's normal, and I hear that all the time. I mean, it is scary to think about just opening up your world to interviews, because we protect our time, and time is such an important asset. Now, the challenge is that um, I'm not saying don't do any screening or hire everyone. It's really change your sequencing and schedule your interviews earlier in the process so you're not losing your great candidates.
Okay, so
And
it's the old thing about, what's the definition of insanity from Einstein? It's doing what you've always done and expecting a different result. So what you're saying is try something different, and try difference in the sequencing, and get these people on the phone more quickly. And here I think probably making sure that the whole process is supportive of what you're trying to accomplish at the end of the day, by making sure that your interviewers are people who not only interact quickly, but also interact really effectively, making sure that they're trained by you as managers to interact with those candidates in a way that's going to make the candidate love you, love them, and be more apt to say yes to an offer. And even if you don't want to hire them at the end of the day, the word of mouth from them is going to be positive if you make them feel good about themselves and about the process that you've done. Yeah, okay, good. Are there any other things that you wanted to say before we finish our Call Talk Caramel here?
well, I'll say that the open interviews come with their own challenges, right? It conceptually it sounds great, interview everyone that's interested, but you know there are things like scheduling and no shows and other time. How do you do this efficiently, right? And that's where software platforms like Hellohire come in. We're able to automate screening, scheduling, and communication so that recruiters just have to meet candidates and interview them back to back. And so I'll just add that it is a scary thought, but it's a process that works, and there are tools out there to help.
Okay, very good. Well, Ravin, this has been a great Call Talk video caramel. We really appreciate it. If anyone wants to listen to the longer Call Talk episode, which is a podcast, you'll find that along with this on our website. So again, thank you, Ravin, for your time, for your insights, and we look forward to talking to you again.
Thanks, Bruce, for having me on the show. Really appreciate it.